So I just got home from the gym. It's 10:30. About to bake the okra. It's right here. I know. Place is a mess. It happens. So I'm just gonna place my phone here and then start cleaning up and stuff like that. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then I'm gonna check my ketones actually. I'm curious to see what my ketones are after that treadmill experience. So that's why I'm here with you. Further to partially do that. So, hold on a second, because they were 0.3 before I left. So it'd be interesting to see, because I actually had some MCT oil. I had 1 teaspoon of MCT oil, which I know adds to the calories, but we'll see what it is soon. Look at the. And then I got to fill up my vitamins, because I actually didn't take it this morning for the first time in I don't know how many months, but I'm gonna take them tonight just to get it in. They don't have caffeine or anything, so I'm not worried about that. It's just about getting it in, really. I mean, because there's magnesium, vitamin D3, so on, and so forth. So hold on a second, I'll be back. Oh, and I'm gonna put the oven on to pre-cook for 425. So bake for 425. So I get it ready. Good. Okay. Man. Okay. Fuck. Oh. Literally just got home, so trying to let my hair down, so to speak. Get my shoes off. Oh, fuck. That was a tough run. Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. Earn your ketones. See, it says 0.3. So it's such a sad state of affairs just before I left. So let's check this out. And that was because I didn't mention this, but I was going to in the other video. But after that one, so I calculated that the meal I had this morning, in that other video that you saw, was 1,000 calories, right? But then I actually felt full, and like I was telling you, my boss was giving me shit for not going with him to Carl's Jr. or my manager or whatever. And so after that, around 4 p.m., I said, okay, it's time to finally eat. And I said that I'm basically breaking an 8-hour fast. So I don't even know if you wanted to call it an 8-hour. I think it was actually 9 hours. I don't even know if you want to call it a fast, because it's just 8-9 hours of not eating. So, and I had yerba mate in between. So it was there was some mechanism involving weight loss there. And I was probably in ketosis, but I decided to eat, so I ended up having an additional 700 calories. I had an Owen protein shake and some a few pieces of dark chocolate, I think. Or no, just 1.5 pieces of dark chocolate. A little bit of nut butters, hazelnut butter, and then the almond butter from Wise Goat. And some nuts and stuff like that, but it all added up to about 700 calories. And I would say the protein and the fats kind of equaled each other, but that still produced a ketone reading of 0.3. So let's check this out after the run. All right, here we go. I feel like that wasn't a good. Oh, I'm only at 0.4. Let's check it again just to see. That's interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's possible that the amount of, well, actually, I don't know. I don't know why that might be actually. Because yeah, I don't know. It could be that that I had too much protein or something. I don't know. Um, I almost never do this, but I'm just gonna take it again just to see, like, that it's not a mistake. I almost never do this. Probably isn't a mistake, but sometimes I do this, but almost never. Yeah, it's 0.5. That's what it says here. So I know it sounds hopeful, but I think that this is closer to the actual value. It's about 0.5. But still, I mean 0.4, 0.5, it's still not very much more. So it makes me curious, like, what's going on, because I did do a pretty intense run. So I don't know. It's not like I overdid it with all the calories and stuff. I don't know. It was just a 700 additional calories of food. I'm gonna guess it's probably because of too much protein. Like, it probably didn't get synthesized properly. That's what I would guess. Because I part of what I did was I had the keto brick too. So, I don't know. But the idea of ketosis is that, like, it doesn't mean that that you're not burning off calories, or you're not you're not burning fat or whatever. But maybe it could indicate that that stationarily speaking, at least, like when you're just sitting down, that maybe the your basal metabolic rate might be lower than what it is, what's projected. But like when you're working out, obviously you're burning fat and stuff like that. So, like, I'm not gonna deny that whatever 900 calories that was there is definitely can be factored into an overall, like, so-called weight loss, if you were to look at it like that. But maybe my basal metabolic rate might be lower than what people might predict. But anyway, it's not very important. I'm just going to do a fit check, I guess. Anyway. It's warming up. I'm going to cut up the okra, and then I'm actually going to make bake the brie as well, so. Yeah, Sometimes what also happens is when I go on a run like that, the ketones will increase like the next day or a few hours later. Either it gets delayed or it happens right away. It rarely doesn't have any effect at all, you know. But I don't know, it could have something to do with metabolizing protein first or something. Because I know I didn't have that many carbs, you know. So I don't know. It doesn't matter as long as like the scales. Well, it's not that it doesn't matter. I mean, it all kind of matters, but well, the one thing I'm happy about is the scale was pretty low this morning, so 152.6. I was expecting that to be like 155 because in a way I'm still kind of in this refeed period where the effects of the 7-day fast still haven't, in theory, haven't like gone away, you know. At least my ketones went up a little bit. It should go up even further overnight because I'm not going to eat anything. But I think the key is to like relax, you know. Don't overstress anything. Oh, although I will say one thing that might be keeping it down. When I say I didn't have any carbs, there's one thing that might have gotten in the way, and that's the tapioca starch in the Oikos, because I did have an Oikos 000. I haven't been having that at all for like the last 2 years, and that was just because the other yogurts I have usually suffice. But because I'm trying to encourage my girlfriend to not necessarily do the same things as me, but to do what she wants to do. She wants to lose weight. So I'm like, this is a thing that I know guarantees you to do that. Because just by the manipulation of your satiety hormones. Because even though it has tapioca starch, it tastes really good. And it's a very easy, accessible way, relatively speaking, to go ahead and use it for whatever you got to for your diet manipulation. You know, once you have one of those, especially with flaxseed, you're not going to be eating for a long time, or I mean, it's not that you won't, but you're very less likely to than otherwise. It's like magic. But that ingredient, tapioca starch, may be bad terms of ketosis. I know I've said that it hasn't kicked me out of ketosis, but now that I think about it, if you do it every day or you do it more frequently, it might have the effect of kicking you out of ketosis in the long run, and you wouldn't even know it. I mean, because I don't use any tapioca starch. I just know it's not good generally for keto. Some people may find it benign. I think it's actually, it's a starch, right? So it's got a chain of carbs. And so that could like kind of kick you out in a dispersed way. So I was having that. I had that today and I had that another day. So I think I had it 3 different times. So I think I might actually end up stop using that stuff. I mean, it's really good for satiety. It really is. But it sounds like that might be the culprit of why I might be experiencing these low ketone levels. Even though it's like, why should I? In theory, you shouldn't be having that at all. I mean, yesterday you saw it went up to 2.1 after I had the keto break. I mean, the keto is a keto break, right? The keto break is a keto break for a reason, right? And it's like it's by the most ketogenic dude you're ever gonna meet, you're ever gonna know about. It's Robert Sykes, you know. So that one you could be pretty sure you're gonna be. It's gonna be on par with your ketone levels. But I think not the 000 yogurt, unfortunately, because of that tapioca starch. So I'm gonna stop eating that. But the other culprit could be the protein shake. I mean, I know for sure if you have too many of those, I think it kicks me out of ketosis. Just because it's a protein shake, you know. But it usually doesn't have that much of an effect, especially the plant-based one, the one that I've been using. Owen. So I don't know. Especially if you just have one, like one a day or something. But I think the 000 is proven to screw with my ketone levels. So yeah. I'm not saying you're not burning fat, you know, especially if you're working out, by not being in ketosis, but it's just the preferred way of burning fat for me, and the preferred state to be in terms of all this stuff, because it's like, what are you doing it for, right? So yeah, I'm just here. I know I had the phone over there, but I better get my cutting board and take care of this. There's the cutting board. However, well, yeah, I'm just gonna get it. It's a huge. Here's the cutting board. Okay, I got all. I think I'm gonna make them all. I mean, it's quite a lot, but still gonna do it. Susie! The dog's not even here. I just love saying Susie. Could be building millennium thoughts. So I'm gonna also get the avocado as well. I'm gonna bake the avocado, just like last time. So I just don't know how late I'm gonna be up, because it's probably important for me to get some sleep, especially because like I got up late this morning. I don't really want to repeat that, but I might have to. Didn't get in trouble this morning, so, but it's still important. Yeah, a big part of, in my opinion, a big part of weight loss, regardless of how much ketosis you're in, a big part of weight loss, especially when you're super big, and you have a lot of weight to lose, is your satiety control. So for me, if I was trying to lose like 60 pounds, and my BMI was large, I'd be like, give me all the oikos you got. I don't care if I'm in a if my ketone levels are 0.4, 0.5. Give it to me. I'm gonna put in a 2-3 hour workout later on, and I'm gonna go all out on that. You know, it's like, and when you give that to me, I know I'm not gonna eat. If I don't eat for the next 3 hours or something, because I mean, okay, I'm assuming a lot when it comes to that, because I'm assuming that for a bigger person, of their basal metabolic rate, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's huge, you know, because they have to function with all that mass. I mean, that's what I think. I know I might be misjudging, but that's what I think. You know, that's just my opinion. Is that their basal metabolic rate is going to be huge. So it's like, if you can control just how much you eat, if you can do something that would have that much of control over how much you eat, then yeah, that's great. That's a great weight loss tool, right? But when you get to like my level, where I'm 12% body fat or whatever, it's not as effective anymore, you know? If you're trying to cut even more, you know, it's not as, yeah. So that's why I'm not saying that my GF is huge or anything. My girlfriend, you know, Melissa's huge. I'm not saying she's huge or anything, but because she's not. But if I would say even where she's at, it would be helpful, because she's not even keto yet. So it's like, you know, it's just one more variable to manipulate. That would help, you know. But if she was keto already, and you know, she was doing all that, like low carb and stuff like that, I'd be like, oh yeah, knock it off. Be like, let's get you on the fat one, you know, the full fat one. Keto it's not for everybody. I mean, I think that some people use it as a cop out because they think they're enticed by the idea of having fat to lose fat, you know. But I think some people, it's just not suitable for them for their stage if they're trying to cut. Like even for me, it wasn't, because I was so addicted to sugar that the sugar diet actually worked for me for the first 10 pounds. I was basically still giving into sugar, and somehow I was able to, it took a while, but I was still able to lose the first 10, 12, 13, 14 pounds just doing what I used to do, a little but less severe and more manipulating the amount of calories I was having, and meaning, you know, not having as much, but still being able to have, say, 100 to 150 grams of sugar a day, you know, which actually at the time felt like a little bit. It was kind of like a little bit for my metabolism, and I was able to lose weight doing that. So it was like a sugar diet in a way, compared to keto, of course. But to go fully keto, I remember my brother was talking about the evils of sugar and all this stuff. He's like, yeah, some people say you got to cut out sugar, and I'm like, never thought of that before. What does that really mean? And then my friend Miguel told me that when you don't have sugar or when you're doing fasting, you can become in ketosis, which is like an accelerated fat burning state or something like that. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? Like, or well, the way they described it was that was like the only way you burn fat, or well, I guess it's the only logical way to burn fat. I don't know. Maybe there's other pathways, like they call lipolysis, right? So lipolysis is the actual fat burning, but most likely it's going to be achieved through ketosis, I guess. I don't know, but that's like the most logical way to go about it. It's like there's no other direct way of burning fat, I guess. But than to be in ketosis. You are in deep ketosis when you're fasting. We know that for sure. So, we know you burn fat when you're fasting. Well, it might take a while, but you've seen my ketone levels. This is kind of hard not to eat. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just have one of those Cove sodas that I got, which are prebiotic sodas to curb my appetite. Love me. Come on. So many damn Okras. Then I gotta season it. I think there might be a rat, and again, just like last time, or just like last year, but it was in May, which is kind of ironic because that was when I started doing the renos. I gotta check the closet again. You might like this noise, I don't know why. I heard something. There we go. Let's go check to see if the closet has the rats. Hey! I should get like one of those poles, yeah. It's like the line is like right here. I don't even know how to describe it. I don't even know if it's just noises I hear or something. I don't know. But there was a rat last year in May. So that's already over 18 months ago. Hey, what? You there? It's kind of similar to the eBay thing, in my opinion. Not really. I mean, they're not the same thing. But I'm just saying, it's like every once in a while you get some kind of stupid like rat or whatever, and you're trying to get away, and it's just bothering you. You know, some kind of pest. It's like that eBay guy's like a pest at this point. The only thing I'm afraid of is that it's gonna bite the electrical wire that I installed when I did all this work. Jesus. I mean, maybe I'm just hearing things. I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna get the Cove soda thing, and it's already ready to go in. And also I'm gonna get an avocado. So where's that rest of Brie? Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. And it may look a little black, but it's all good. Cove soda. Cove soda is pretty good. We're almost out already. I gotta get a new one at Costco. So I got these things that I'm also gonna put in there. Sweetened with erythritol. It's a probiotic soda. It's good shit. So anyway, yeah, this is what I was looking for. And I just need to put some foil on there. And you know, back in the day, all this stuff, I would have told you it required a lot of discipline. Which, in some ways, it does, because you have to invest in your health. You have to be conscious. Like, you kind of have to take it a step at a time. But the thing is, if you're carb dependent, everything's gonna feel like it takes extra effort. So obviously, at the time, I would have said that because I was carb dependent. You know, so everything felt like it took forever. You know, it felt like things were extra effort. So in a way, does take discipline, but in a way it doesn't. It's like a so-so thing. It's like, I know it's 10. It's like, for example, it's like 10:30 or whatever, 10:40, 10:50. But we're here and we're doing this, you know. And I'm still able to get up, you know. So like, if you can be in ketosis, it's like the world is yours, you know, because it's like the most efficient energy. So you know, it is discipline, but it's like at the same time, you're using the most efficient energy, so you're basically doing a lot that you couldn't do without. I mean, that's the whole idea, right? Like to save, it's a time-saving hack. That's what it is. Well, that's how, like, that's kind of what like Aaron described his diet is like. If you can just fast, then it's the most, or if you can not have to cook so much or whatever, it's the most time-saving thing in the world. You know, if you could go without food, then it's the most time effective way in the world, because then you could use it for whatever else you need to do. Like, literally, you're saving time. So, I don't know if this is old, but it kind of looks like it. I'm still going to use it. Uh-oh. Yep. I hear it. And it might try to gnaw on the... I hear you. I'm going to get that electrical thing. The electrical trap. I have a rat trap. Hold on a second. I'm going to put this in the, well, I want to season it first. And I did literally nothing to force this bullshit to happen. Hey, little guy. So this didn't happen in October. I just hope it doesn't gnaw on the electrical wire, because then I would have to do some considerable work to get it back going. So this may call for an emergency in a way. Because I'm going to have to find that rat trap. Fuck. I heard something. And it's usually like this line here, like right here, because that goes to the closet. So I guess I'm not going to think about it right now. But it's just something I got to deal with. So I'm going to get the seasoning for this. Luckily, it did catch the rat last time, that thing. So. But it's just kind of dumb because it's just in one small area. It's not like the whole house or whatever. It's just that one little, because it has access. And I think it has something to do with the neighbor next door. Oh, but I wanted to smell this because it seemed like it might have been old. I think it's fine. I'm gonna put it in. Shit, this is kind of stuck. Okay. I think 30 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna make the puree too. So timer's 30 minutes. Just gotta let this go, so thanks for watching.